You might be wondering how you stack up to the competition, particularly if you're aiming for the most competitive programs. I'm Melody Jones, and over the last decade, I've helped over 1,200 ambitious MBA candidates target elite top 25 and M7 MBA programs. In this video, I'll give you my honest verdict on where I think this profile actually stands, plus tips you can apply to your own application to triple your chances of acceptance to your dream MBA programs. All right, so today we have Big Four tech consultant who's wondering what MBA programs he should target. So went to University of Georgia with a 3.85 GPA in management information systems. That's a really solid GPA. University of Georgia is certainly not an Ivy League, but he was in a technically rigorous major. And so I would consider that GPA to be a strength. He's had 2 years at a Big Four firm as a tech consultant, just got promoted to senior consultant. 2 years of experience is certainly going to be on the lower end for applying to a top MBA program, but let's keep going through the profile. So what his question is he's at a crossroads. He feels like his career has been a great foundation, but he's not sure about his long-term path. He's maybe interested in pivoting towards MBB consulting or landing at a leadership development program in tech or finance more broadly. And he feels like an MBA is the clearest path to making that jump. So I would go back to the comment I made earlier about work experience. Pursuing an MBA is a tremendous investment of resources and time. It's a big bet you're making on yourself. And I don't recommend going until you actually have clarity on what you want to get out of it and what you want to do afterwards and why. So my question to you is, if you are firm and solid in wanting to go into MBB consulting, for example, I would ask why. What is it that you want to get out of that experience? What impact do you want to have? What are you hoping to accomplish? And is that maybe a stepping stone into something longer term? But it's going to be really hard for you to have a strong competitive application if you don't have that clarity and that conviction in your application materials and in your rating. And frankly, that is also going to determine where you should actually apply. Because yes, a top MBA program is going to open doors into a lot of different opportunities. But even within that, there are going to be programs that will be better suited to open the right doors for you than others. You mentioned LDPs in fintech specifically, and I actually turned off the camera for a minute and just researched this for you, but there do not seem to be any LDPs in fintech specifically. Now, yes, larger corporates do have formal leadership development programs that could certainly be a viable path for you, but just want to call that out. If you're watching this video, you might be wondering how you stack up to the competition, particularly if you're aiming for the most competitive programs. Here's the thing, staring at the average GPAs and average GMAT scores in the class profiles for any of the top schools aren't going to tell you how you actually stack up. It takes someone who's read thousands of applications across years of cycles to give you an honest and informed read. That's exactly why this channel exists, and that's exactly what I do on a one-on-one call. So if you're tired of random advice or trying to crack the MBA game on your own while balancing a 60-hour work week, you can book a call with me and I'll give you my honest advice and honest take on your strengths and weaknesses. If you're serious about your MBA application, I'll see you soon. But going back to your question around MBB, yes, MBB does recruit outside of those programs, but it does become more regional in scale. So what I mean by that is at UT McCombs, for example, you might still have the opportunity to recruit for McKinsey's Dallas office or McKinsey's Houston office. But it will be a little bit harder for you to recruit for the New York office, for example. Recruiting overall does become more regional. And so you want to make sure that if you do end up going to one of those programs, that you're selecting into the region where you most likely want to live and work after business school, because that's where you're going to have the maximum chances of success, particularly through a structured recruiting process like consulting. In terms of your question about your demographics, I really wouldn't look at it as hurting your chances. Right? That's not how this process works. And the AdCom is not looking to weed anyone out because of their demographics. But what it does mean is that you have a lot of competition. There are a lot of other applicants that might look similar to on paper. So you want to think about how you are different. Why should the AdCom admit you over the next person who might have a similar resume? And so really think of it as the onus being on you to distinguish yourself. And that can be through your extracurriculars, that can be through personal or family background. I mean, there's so many different places you can find that unique edge in your application. But that's what I would recommend leaning into. You can't do anything about your demographics. It is what it is. And so your job as an applicant is just to put your best foot forward. You're getting started early. So my recommendation is take the next 2 years and shore up your resume, really beef up your extracurriculars if that's a weaker area of your application, and take the GMAT. I would certainly try to target with 685 plus on the GMAT. Give yourself time to retake it multiple times if you need to. Most people do. And then you should be in good shape to apply in another year or two. So balance between M7 and top 15, top 20, I think will be a really solid strategy for you. So that's my honest take on his profile. But yours probably looks different. So if you're wondering where you stand and which schools you should be targeting, book a one-on-one call with me. And if you want to see more videos like these, check out some of these other profile reviews right here. I'll see you in the next one.